From the sky, Falcon Ridge Farm in Westminster may look like a regular orchard. But take a closer look at the neat rows of nicely pruned trees, and you'll notice something unusual.
We have just about everything known to man out here. You name it, we're going to grow it.
In the 2 decades since Stanton Gill and his wife Nancy MacBride started this now 105-acre operation, they've grown to specialize in a little bit of everything.
I'm a scientist, so I love experimenting with new things and trying out different things and pushing the edge.
During our visit in late July, Stanton gave us a tour of their eclectic orchard, which might hold the world record for the most types of fruit grown in one place. In just half an hour, we saw donut peaches, regular peaches, Japanese heart nuts, figs, hearty kiwis, quince, currants, Asian pears, oranges, lemons, apples, shiro plums, valor plums, dancing plums, beach plums. The list goes on and on.
Our philosophy in our orchard is we're selling at farm markets, we sell to high-end restaurants, and we'll sell to caterers. We don't grow huge quantities of anything.
But by growing a little bit of everything, they've found their niche.
Currants. In our orchard, having a diverse number of plums or pears or apples, whatever, that all come in different times works better for our markets.
Since each type of fruit requires unique attention, Stanton constantly looks for ways to improve.
We keep records on everything, not only information about what it yields, but also what we're selling it for, so we can do a cost analysis on that to see, is that really worthwhile to pursue? Because we're running a business.
Sometimes that leads to unorthodox methods, such as growing trees under plastic.
So here we have a high tunnel. This is 30 feet wide. It's 16.5 feet high at the peak. And we're growing apricots in here. We grow cherries in here. We have figs and blueberry, all growing under this high tunnel. What we're doing is deflecting all the rainwater off the plants. That reduces disease incidence in here. All the water is controlled by putting it through a trickle irrigation system.
By keeping the treetops dry and shutting out the bugs and birds, it significantly reduces the amount of chemicals needed to grow these sometimes temperamental fruits.
So the big advantage is you can get by pretty close to organic in a situation like this. Much more difficult to do that outdoors with our high humidity and our rains that we have in Maryland if you're growing fruit.
Falcon Ridge Farm practices integrated pest management, which combines a variety of tools and strategies to protect their crops.
It's really a science-based method. We'll use the best parts of organic, but we will use chemicals when needed. But we use them only when needed, and we pinpoint to what the problem is. We're very conscious of pollinators and also for beneficial insects. So we try and use the good guys as much as possible and not impact them as much as possible by selecting what we're using on here.
And as if the farm wasn't enough, Stanton also works as an entomologist and integrated pest management specialist for the University of Maryland Extension. Plus, he's a college professor too.
Well, I use the whole farm as an education tool. When I'm teaching my classes at Montgomery College for the accredited classes, I will bring the students out here and show them how you grow it, how you harvest it, what's the problems you need to anticipate. All those different aspects are used in the teaching element.
He and his wife Nancy also act as informal educators every weekend at the only farmers market, where loyal customers rush to buy their specialty produce before it sells out.
They know their fruit, they know their business very well. If you ask Stanton about the different varieties of fruit that they've got, he can tell you all about them and how it all works. You know, Nancy is a fabulous baker, and she knows a lot of that sort of thing and a lot of other things too, and they're just wonderful people to talk to too.
You come here and you get to sometimes try a huckleberry. I didn't know what that was, and it's like delicious. Or the most ripe apricots or plums that you can't get anywhere else, and that's why I like to try the different things.
And And different is what Falcon Ridge Farm does best. Because where there's a will, they'll find a way to grow it.
Just the whole farm experience is fun. I love it when someone says you can't do that. Definitely there's work involved. It's got its challenges, of course, but everything that's put in front of you is a problem. It's one you can solve. So that's probably part of the fun of it, beside producing something that's delicious like this.
Hi, thanks for watching Maryland Farm and Harvest. If you like this story, leave us a comment. If you want to see more, check out our playlists. We've got videos of cute animals, big machines, delicious farm-to-table recipes, and more.